Back in the dungeon, but we own it. And on this episode, I want to get into the views on YouTube, and this may come over the course of a few episodes. I'm just going to go briefly into a few things because it's been a debate, a large debate going on right now with my channel. You know, you got a lot of new channels coming up, a lot of new teachers, and there's a debate, and they're like, "Yeah, you saying you monetizing, you making all this money, but who really owns it? Because you're not really getting a lot of views. So it's like, who really owns your monetization?" And it's a lot of things I don't think people understand about how this works, how this world works, first and foremost. But let's just start. Let's stay basic, like I try to do, and let's start. From the beginning about these views and like what's backing them. I mean, of course, like I said, I've talked about this on other episodes, so I don't have to expound. But one view to one person's channel may be 20 views on another person's channel, 100 views on another person's channel. I mean, you got that aspect, and I've talked about that before because it's what's backing you. See, your views come from, like, where do they come from? And that's what I want to get into. And your views come from your vision, first and foremost. Now, you do have an aspect of views where people are sometimes more photogenic. Sometimes there's something they're doing that's more attractive. The video has more money put into it, more quality, more. So of course you're going to have that, and that's going to determine your view too. How much money you put, how photogenic, or how much people like you, or this, and of course that's definitely a part of it. But then there's also a back end to it with views, and on the back end aspect, this is where people be paying people for views and stuff like that. But then it's also a part where people steal views. They take people's eye. That's what it's called because they do this a lot of times from celebrities and things of that nature that a lot of times may not even be alive. I know you're like, what are you talking about? There's a lot of celebrities that they're just floating around right now, dancing around with that ain't even alive or locked up and can't really contractually deal with their music. So then you have people on YouTube, a lot of these personalities are actually up under the umbrella of a celebrity because their views are coming from another celebrity's channel. It's being channeled through a back end of a bank account. The Illuminati's doing this because of, they may be their popularity or whatever, and they're getting views, but the bottom line is that they're still taking from someone else's vision. And that's where it gets interesting at because your view and your vision is going to ultimately determine. I don't care on YouTube how many fucking views you get. The bottom line is that your view and your vision is going to determine who owns what and the vision of it. And people don't understand that it's called a vision folder. That people I don't really think understand that it's locked into your video. Every time you make a video, there's a vision folder attached to it. It's like a package deal, pretty much. And each video that you drop on YouTube, and this goes for anyone making YouTube video, no matter what you're doing or whatever, what you're talking about. You're always going to be either up under someone else's umbrella or running next side to side with somebody like a sidekick until you go further into your review. But your review is kind of like when all the airplanes are on the runway, they go take off or they all land. And it's like, yeah, they may all be landing at that time in the same area, but they're going in different directions once they go out. But at that time, they're all in that bank in the same area. So you have to monetize a certain amount of money to prove that you're separate from that bank. And then the unit is if you haven't monetized $1 million yet, that's what you have to do first to prove anything. So what I'm getting at is that this debate about, I'm not getting enough views and this and that is like my channel is authentic, period. Everything about it is authentic, meaning I don't take from anyone's vision. I don't take from any celebrity's vision on no videos. You can look at my links. My links are actually my vision, my view. And I know you guys don't understand a lot of this, but I teach private. I'm starting to teach private lessons, hopefully, in the future about this. I've taught private lessons, let's say that, about this. But my vision is really impeccable on my channel, actually, because it documents. My channel is different from a lot of people. So I researched this stuff. Like, for instance, if you go on the Oprah Winfrey Network. That view, the period, that channel and all of his videos is based upon a vision that goes back to a certain point. You have to understand it's a story. Each channel that has a lot of views, like once you get over 1 million, it turns into a package. So any type of channel or whatever. So like my view documents a lot of what happened in the so-called conscious community going back to the 1800s. That's what makes my vision so different on my views. It talks about a lot of stuff that it wasn't even connected to me physically, but it's now connected to me now based on stuff that I've talked about, based on videos that I've made. That's why it makes it so interesting when you talk about these views, because it takes you back to a certain point. So it's like my views are locked into something else, really and truly, and they want to debate me about music. And I monetize with a lot of music, and they like, but these musicians getting 50, 100, 500 million views, and you only got this, and you only got that. Like, you know what? A metaphysical teacher having a video, like his teachers out there that's got 1 million views. You know what? Like how great that is. That's good. Like I don't hate to have 1 million views on none of my videos, but I'm saying you got teachers out there, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you got teachers out there that have 1 million views, man, and that's great. That's worth way more. 1 million views as a metaphysical teacher, depending on your vision and what your folder signed into. That's a big point too. Is a lot of money. It's a lot more than sometimes these hip hop videos, believe it or not, and that's what they're mad about. We can monetize with them, and it's worth a lot because this take see hip hop came from those orders. Pop music, all of that shit. That came from Crowley created all of it. The idea of all of that. I used to say he created it, but he influenced a lot of those artists when they were first coming out and other teachers before that. So like the whole influence of music always came from the occult. That's why they partial ownership is always going to be with the occultists. Saying any occultist teacher you think about, or even underground teachers going from Malachi Z.O. to Louis Farrakhan. I know these aren't deep occult teachers, but even Crowley, Bobby Hemming, whoever, they all got ties with what? Celebrities. Most of them. Most of the pop stars all have ties with celebrities. Why? Just because they want to be cute? Nah, it's ownership too with that, associated with that. Because many popular teachers, don't care who you are as a teacher, you got credentials and stripes. That's what I'm trying to help people understand how they iron out and make a flag for this. But they want to shit on me, you know what I'm saying? But like I can help people like Bobby Hemming and people like that to become even greater because it's like I don't think they know what they're doing, you know, what they own. Essentially, at some point, and that's what I want to do for a lot of teachers. You know what I'm saying out there, like you know what I'm saying. But then, of course, like I said, they want to shit on me and make me into a certain way, like Phil Val. I ain't saying they shitting on me, but I'm just saying like Phil Val. I'm saying different people. They old school, but it's a certain way that you go about doing this that you could become very uh, business savvy as a teacher, and that's what I'm trying to teach that aspect of it. So no, I don't get the views because they don't want nobody thinking. They want monkeys. They want you to be a teacher. Go with the sex scandals. Go mess with the young girls. You know, do that. And it's like it's a blessing, and I guess a gift of disguise because I'm not really like people look at me as like rough around the edges, so I don't have to like worry about all those scandals and stuff. I can just teach business, but you know, like that comes with a price too. So my time is running out. I come back up with more. Thank you guys for watching and staying tuned. Namaste.